Alright, so we back with another Mastermind video. I got my brother on the podcast with us. And then we finna just get into some we gonna actually talk about some what young people can do to progress in their situation when you feel me, they feel like it ain't no way to progress. Cause you know, it's a lot of times people would say, oh, the young people ain't doing this, the young people ain't doing that. They don't understand that they might not have no guidance. They might feel like the wall's closed in. They ain't got no other option but to be doing what they doing. And, you know, so I want to talk about ways to expand when you in your lower vibration. How I also wanted to ask you how your environment can like basically affect you and how you conduct yourself, your confidence, you know, your motivation. And then I wanted to ask you basically your own personal idea of how you can conduct yourself in your lower vibration, striving to vibrate higher. So yeah, back to that first one. What you think as a young person in a position where he feel like he can't, you know, say he in the hood, he don't got a father, you feel me? He don't got a mother that's attentive. All his people around him, bad influence. How does a person persevere through that?
Well, first, you know what I'm saying, in order to expand past or grow past your physical environment, you know what I'm saying, you got to start with your internal environment, you know what I mean? But your internal environment is shaped by your physical, your material environment. You can only work with the information you have. You know what I'm saying? That's why the most valuable thing in life, outside of your life itself, is information, because your environment is going to take the form of what's in form. You know what I mean? So that's why it's called in formation. So, you know what I mean? The first step I'll say for somebody that's young, like 13, 14, 15, in their early 20s, shit like that, or anybody, but it's just more specifically that group.
Towards the youth. Right.
Towards the youth.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Is to seek information you don't have.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the Matrix. Like, I'll give you an analogy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So they say like life a movie or life a game.
Right.
So if we playing the game, we playing, let's just say Madden or 2K. If I've been playing 2K for some years, you just picking it up, I got more information than you do. So I could work with the game and manipulate the game or play the game better. You got to learn the controls first. That's why you got the tutorial. You know what I'm saying? So the more information you get, or the more information you have to work with, the more power you have over the game, the more skill, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you only gonna get that skill and the information from seeking it. If I just get up and just play 2K and I'm not actively seeking to gather more information on it, I'm just playing the game every day. I ain't progressing, versus every day I'm not only gathering new information, but then I'm actually applying this information, working with it. So now I'm gonna learn the different nuances. Like, I could teach you the dribble moves on there.
Right.
But you gotta sit there and lab them.
And create a rhythm.
Right. Now it's muscle memory. So now you done program, you know what I'm saying, that information into your muscle memory, right? So now your hand-eye coordination got it, right? But then take it a step further, the more you use these moves, now you start to develop a sixth sense for the little intricacies that's not in the tutorial. So now you starting to understand the spacing and the timing. So it went past just how to do the moves on the sticks. It went to the different intricacies and intangibles of it. Like, I know the timing, I know the spacing. So now I could work with this move even more.
Right.
and then it just levels upon it. So like how that translates into life. Say I'm a shorty, I'm in the hood. I'm 13, 14. I don't have no structure. I don't really have no male figures around me that's gonna give me some game. Game meaning knowledge. And I break game down too as an acronym. GAME. Gnosis, allowing man expression, experience, elevation, and evolution. So gnosis means knowledge, or the knowledge of the spiritual or psychological mysteries.
Right.
So you gotta have some game.
Right.
And in the street sense, we game is information.
Mm-hmm.
So I say for a shorty who in that position, you know what I'm saying, you coming up in that environment that's the hood, and you don't have no father figures or, you know what I'm saying, structure. You don't have that nurture from a mother figure, so you kind of just out here. You gotta seek out that shit on your own, you know what I'm saying? You gotta want it.
Right.
But it's hard for a shorty to want what he don't know exists. Like what you don't know, what you know that you don't know, hurts you. But what you don't know that you don't know, that kill you.
And it's crazy because I said that in a simpler way on a different video.
Yeah.
You know, because, you know, you could just think about something as simple as the news. You watch the news and you saturating yourself with all of this. Like the news is saturated with all of this violence and killing, and you feeding this to yourself. So now you fearful. You carrying yourself in the world fearful. And that might cause you to either react in one way and be outside with guns and weapons and stuff on you, or you could take it a different way and just be scary and timid, not want to move in life because you scared. But it's like for a person that don't watch the news, the person that don't, you know, indulge themselves in the media, that, you know, dopamine release of, you know, just searching and feeding themselves with a whole bunch of information instantly, that instant gratification of that. They more sane, they more understanding of things being, you know, here and there, you know, and like that. So that's how I was explaining that, like what you know, it's there. So that, you don't know.
That go back to information.
Mm-hmm.
Because your information forms. You know what I'm saying? Your information brings into form. It formulates not only your internal environment, you know what I'm saying, how you thinking, and your internal psychological environment. It gives form to your perception. So it's like if the information, if knowledge or information itself is just water, you know what I'm saying, but then the nature of that information is the cup or the bottle. So it's gonna take the shape of whatever I put it in, you know what I'm saying? So whatever information this shorty got, his internal psychological and emotional environment gonna take the shape of the information that he's been fed and accustomed to. So this why a shorty in the hood, if all you know, if all the information you ever had to work with was gangland, gang culture, and survival culture, that's your internal psychological environment. So you could be in the same room, the same physical environment, external environment as a shorty who he come from family, structure, productivity. But y'all occupying the same physical space, but psychologically y'all in two different environments. So now that shorty from the hood gonna interact with his environment from the place of his internal environment, versus the other shorty, he gonna interact with his environment with the information that he got. So this is why I say, in order for a shorty that's in the hood to overcome his external environment, he gotta overcome his internal environment by taking on new information. So it's like you gotta, you know what I'm saying, pour out the old water and put in new water in order to change the bottle itself, you know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta overcome the internal to change the external. because they both have they correlate, you know what I'm saying? But life will have you, you know what I'm saying, the way things appear. Like I used to tell you, like, it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't, but it is what it ain't, and it ain't what it is. It's the paradox of life. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you would think, you know what I'm saying, the normal mind will feel like, you know, my external environment controls and dictates my internal environment. And that's true. Mm-hmm. But it's also the truth that your internal environment controls and dictates your external environment. So I could come up on somebody and be like, "Oh, you a bitch." Now, is you gonna let your external environment dictate your internal, or is you gonna let your internal dictate how you take that? Because you could take that as disrespect and react irrationally, or you could make the decision like, I'm not even gonna perceive that as disrespect. I'm gonna perceive that as, you know what I'm saying, a person attempting to take control over my internal environment, which I'm not gonna let them do. Yeah. Now the third person gonna perceive it how they perceive it based on their upbringing. One person to see you not do nothing and be like, "Oh, bro, scary." Yeah. But a person from a different environment, he gonna see you not do nothing and be like, "You wise, you got control." But it's all based on the information they got. So that goes back to the point of the first step for a shorty to overcome, you know what I'm saying, that disadvantage of only being exposed to this limited and destructive information is seeking out new information, feeling it's like basically going on a mental diet. Right. You know what I'm saying? But okay, you gotta, what environment do I want to be in? Now I need to go seek out information from that environment before I get there. Right. Because I'm not gonna get there overnight. I'm not gonna go from all I know is gangland, you know what I'm saying, and having those beliefs, values, and then I'm just gonna go to millionaire, luxurious, and opulence and peace. That ain't how that works.
It's crazy you said everything like that, because before you even just broke it down like that, I remember just having conversations with you when I was younger, and when you would explain that, my perception of that was to, you know, when the way I took what you was telling me in was put yourself in positions that the normal person wouldn't, you know, take steps and put yourself in environments and go try to character build and do stuff just to, you know, to see different things, to observe different things, to see how people conduct, to see how you conduct yourself in certain situations. So that being said, it was like, versus reacting to something, I learned with not reacting to something does. You know, instead of just being in that environment where everybody tells you or shows you to react. Then, so, and it was crazy because like, I grew up in the hood. All my homies grew up in the hood. So me seeing my life turn out a lot different from there, it put me in that mindset like, that's crazy.
And your life turned out different from theirs, but y'all from the same physical environment. So that go back to show you, and you could be ruled by the external, and you could have your internal environment ruled by your external environment, or you could take control of your internal environment and in turn control your external environment. So it is what it is, it ain't what it ain't, it is what it ain't what it is. It's all on what part of the matrix or the game you want to plug into, you know what I'm saying? So like, it's levels to everything, you know what I'm saying? Cause like, all right, you seen my transformation, you know what I'm saying? Right. From being a teen, 15, 16, 17, and the type of things I was into and how I was moving, and then even growing and being still in them same environments and them same things, but I'm operating different now. All right. Still in the same lifestyle, doing the same shit, but now I got a different way I'm moving through it.
Navigation,
and now my results change. Now I done went from the pawn to the rook, from the rook to the king, you know what I'm saying? But because I started gathering new information, when I was in them, okay, like you say, I got homies, we in the trap together, 15, 16. Right. But I'm in the trap reading books while I'm waiting on this phone to ring. Bro just here. It's a difference because I'm knowing like, even though I'm here, I got just by the grace of God, you know what I'm saying, I had interventions, you know what I'm saying, that was like, okay, I ain't gonna be here my whole life.
Right.
I'm here right now, and I can't just skip the step, because this all I know. But now I know that it's more to know. At first, I didn't even know it was more to know. This all I know. This all it is. This all everybody around me knows. But once I realized, oh, hold on, it's a whole different world out here. It's people that's living way different from how we live. So if it's people living, if this ain't the only reality and experience, then I need to see how I could get over there. But this ain't it. I know this ain't it. But even though I'm knowing this ain't it, if all I think is this, all I believe exists. This all I know. So even though I'm like, man, this ain't it, what else is it? I just know this ain't it, but this all it is. So now they put me in a crash out mentality.
Right.
Which most people got now. You know what I'm saying? Because you got a shorty. If all he knows is gangland, but he knows, man, this ain't it. But I don't see nothing else. So now I don't value nothing because my environment don't value life. My environment don't value my life.
Right.
So now I don't value my life. So now I'm in crash out mentality versus it's a whole nother reality where these people value life so much. Violence not even a thought because they got something to lose. Because they just got a different information. So now this where you got perception and perspective. That's why I always tell you, like, one, don't emotionally react, mentally respond. You a human, so something happens. You gonna feel an emotion, but that don't mean you have to act on it. You feel that emotion and in reaction to whatever action took place or event. But then you hold on to that, hold on. And then you mentally respond to what's going on. So something might happen. And emotionally, if I was gonna react, I'm gonna react with violence off top. I ain't think about nothing.
Right.
But I ain't think about the principle, the consequences, what I value, what caused this, versus now I went from the pawn to thinking like the power piece. Now I'm like, hold on. Even though I still feel like this, I still got this anger. Let me mentally respond to what's going on. So I could mentally respond completely different from how I'm emotionally feeling about a situation. But that's something you learn from masculine energy or a father figure, which most of us don't really have the luxury of having. You know what I'm saying? I just was blessed enough to seek out and develop that shit within myself because I had to. Because I seen the results of emotional reactions in the street. Something happened. One of the guys emotionally react, gang dead. One of the guys emotionally react, he done took somebody else off there, and that gang booked. So he done lost it. I done seen emotional reactions equal lost life.
And two different ways. Right. Yeah.
So like a game, it's the game. If I see you lose and I see you lose, I'm not playing to lose. So now I gotta take that information and go back to the drawing board. Like, all right, well, how can I navigate this? You know what I'm saying? And then you go back to asking yourself. Now it makes you ask yourself questions.
Right. Yeah.
And that's really one of the main keys I could give. You know what I'm saying? Like a youth, like get good at asking yourself good questions.
Right. And I feel like some of them feel like they do, they do got something to lose, but sometimes it be that outside factor of I can't look like this to woo up the bam, or I can't, you feel me, like the peer pressure of the environment too. Because you might have somebody that actually be, wanna have the courage to go look and explore and dive into other things, but the environment so heavy on them, it might just a situation flip and they react off of what their environment taught them to just do in that, And when you think about that, it's kind of how you got to kind of separate I call them bots realistically, because then you got the
NPCs, right, the main character,
right, like in the Matrix, straight up, because you do have people on earth that have nothing to lose.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't care how they play the game. They don't care how they play the game at all because they think in their head, not even if they think this at all, I'm gonna respawn. Like,
that's crazy thinking you're gonna respawn, but there ain't no respawn in this shit.
you telling me
this shit PUBG? Go ass back to the lobby.
And straight up, honestly, because you got people really playing like GTA, walking on the expressway with guns, robbing people off the E-way with guns. Like, where, you know, like stuff you wouldn't even think a person would, you know, some you would actually see in a video game.
So that's the crash out mentality I was talking about. Like, alright, everything's scientific. It's an art and it's a science to everything. I'm talking about everything from talking to a female, actually having sex, trapping, rapping, I don't know, dressing, I don't care what it is. It's an art and it's a science to it, right?
Right.
So if you don't know yourself, it's hard to value yourself. Most people don't know themselves. We go to school for 12 years to learn everything about nothing. You know what I'm saying? So you will go to school 12 years, kindergarten, till you get out of high school. And you get out and you ain't used none of that shit.
Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Right, y'all ain't even been out of high school that long. And y'all ain't used not a lick of that shit from the day you left till now. So imagine how I feel.
Right, and look, think about this. Just as a, like, say you a young person and your interest and your courage has took you into the field of looking for certifications of trades.
Mm-hmm.
I guarantee you after your information meeting or orientation or whatever you have to go enter and sign up to apply for whatever trade you're trying to do, you're going to have to take a test. You're going to have to take a test.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be on everything that you learned growing up. And I bet you're going to be able to be like, dang, I got to go take a refresher. If you're not the type of person that's book savvy, and if you are the everyday type of person that's, all right, I came up from kindergarten all the way up through high school, got out of high school, got a job, haven't did anything as far as expanding my career, but have a job. And now I'm trying to look into a trade. You got to go refresh on all that.
Yeah, but then you got to think about it like this. Even if you go get the trade, right? You went to school 12 years, learned everything about nothing. So then you get out, all right, I don't know nothing about nothing that's useful to my survival. So now I need to learn how to survive and get money. So now that the first law of human nature is self-preservation. Remember I said that. First law of human nature is self-preservation, right? So now I need to find out how to make some money. I'm gonna go get a trade. I'm just go get this job. You know what I'm saying? You're doing shit that's vital to your survival. Right. Now you go get this trade. So now you working, you got the trade. So you done spent 12 years learning everything about nothing. Then spent maybe a year to 2 years getting a trade to learn how to at least survive to pay your bills. That's really on you getting a trade, folks. Because you wasn't thinking about that trade. That trade wasn't your dream. Right. You just like, shit, let me do something that I can at least tolerate so I can pay bills. Alright, you still ain't learning shit about yourself though. If I ask you, how do your mind work? How many mental faculties, psychological faculties do you have? How do they interplay with each other? How many systems does your body have? How do your physiological self work to keep you alive? All these like little things about your actual self, you don't know a fucking thing about. So now you got all these habits, you just eating for pleasure. Everything that you do is based on just basic survival, but you don't know nothing about you.
Right.
So if you don't know nothing about you, how can you have any confidence? How could you have any esteem? Yeah. Or how could you value yourself? So now everybody in crash out mode. Cause don't nobody got no real self-confidence or self-esteem or, you know what I'm saying, value themselves because they don't know nothing about themselves. So you keep, even though I was living doing what I was doing, I still was always found some time to study me. I want to learn, how do my mind work? on a psychological level, on a neurological level, on every level, neuroplasticity, goddamn biochemistry. I want to know when I'm eating, how do my body digest this shit? What is it doing? I know I ain't just eating for the flavor, so I need to know this. But then you look up, you ain't learn nothing about yourself. You done been eating for 40, 50 years, but you just eating for survival, and now you look up for your ass sick. You wondering what's happening, but you never learn how. You never learn what, when, how, where, or why about you. All you did was learn everything about nothing to pay bills, bro.
You could look up one thing that'll save your life off rip, and that's how much. You could Google what's the average amount of sugar, how many grams of sugar the average human should,
You know what I'm saying?
digest in a day. And you could just.
And 9 times out of 10, you digest that shit 100 times over in one day.
It's like 30 some grams. It's like 31 grams. And that's in one bottle of Pure Leaf. It's double that in a Calypso.
So you drink a Calypso, not to even imagine the Skittles with the Calypso and the Zebra cake.
But that's just in the morning.
That's just in the morning.
That's breakfast.
That's one meal.
If you in the hood, that's breakfast.
Okay, so then now I go farther than that. Now you tap into how do this sugar and all these processed sugar affect your psychology and your neurochemistry. So now you wondering why Shorty got ADHD, why Shorty bad as hell, why Shorty a crash out. He on every level, from his environment, what he's seeing, his self-concept and beliefs, his self-image, how he see himself, down to the chemistry of what he eating is programming Shorty to crash the fuck out. So, but he don't even know this. So what you don't know that you don't know kill you. It'd be different if he knew that he didn't know it. He don't even know that this information exists for him to know, and don't even have no idea about how this shit damaging him. So it's like, if you in the hood, right? You born on this side of the track. Bro them born on that side of the track. These two neighborhoods been at war for 50 years. Your mama stay here. You was born here. Nobody told you that they been at war for 50 years though. So now you 15, 16, you pop outside. You think shit sweet. You finna walk over there, go to the stove. Nobody told you, hey, we at war, shorty. That's life, period. You born a prisoner of war, at war, and you on every level of yourself, from the spiritual, mental, psychological, emotional, financial, at every level for you at war, and the average person don't even know. You don't even know this. You know what I'm saying? So imagine that in that sense. Damn, I stay over here in this hood. We done won with that hood. I'm outside. Nobody even told me. So now when the motherfucker come clap your ass, you like, the fuck?
And you will hear it all the time. You hear stories like that all the time. Oh, I was an innocent kid. I got caught up. Wrong place, wrong time.
But it's war. So I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Ignorance not an excuse.
Yeah.
Especially in the age of information. So it's like, they go back to information. You want to overcome your environment, so you gotta get information that you don't have. You gotta be thirsty for information. You gotta wake up every day and be like, what don't I know? Realize I'm at war. It's a war on every part of my being. And information is the most valuable commodity, especially in war. That's why they got a whole branch of the military that's just for reconnaissance. Their whole job is to just get information. This whole war, the CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, these motherfuckers run the world because all they do is gather information. Spies and shit. You know what I'm saying? Their whole job is to just get information. Fuck a gun. That's one weapon, but the most powerful weapon is information. If I know more about you than you, I could control you. I know how your mind and your psyche work. I know how your subconscious work, your conscious. Most motherfuckers don't even know what the hell the subconscious and conscious mind is. You just think, I just be thinking. I just got thoughts. So if I know your subconscious mind mechanism work like this, and I could plant an image and a thought in your head, and then your whole unconscious behavior stems from that because I planted this self-image or self-concept in your shit. Blah, blah, blah. Not only do you not even know that about yourself, you know. So now when I put these images in front of you and be like, "This is who you are," you be like, "Yeah." You think it's your idea, yeah? So that's me. I'm this. Who up and down the whole time. That image is destructive to yourself. So I programmed you to crash out. I don't even gotta do nothing. You gonna do it? You gonna kill yourself for me? Cause I just planted it into your mind. You don't know that you at war. You don't even know this. So it's like, it's that's probably some of the wickedest shit that I learned when I was studying, gang. First time I read that damn Think and Grow Rich and the Power of the Subconscious Mind.
Yeah, well, I got Think and Grow Rich right over there. Well, action pack.
I'm down there cried reading that shit. I'm like 17, 18.
It like, get deep.
Cause I'm looking like, damn, G. So it been a nigga that it's a motherfucker somewhere I don't even know. Folks somewhere plotting on my old mind, programming me and all my niggas. And we thinking, this how we is, this who we is, this how we move. This a nigga somewhere that's probably been dead 200 years that plotted my whole life out. You been at war, folks. You was at war before you even got here. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you had an advantage, or shorty that's in the hood, you had an advantage and a disadvantage because you used to war. War don't scare you, don't bother you. You ain't like no Caucasian kid from the suburb that like ain't never seen you. You done seen bodies drop out. So it's your curse and it's your blessing. You know what I'm saying? Because you function under pressure and trauma like it's regular. So when the pressure on, you built to handle this shit. Now it's just a matter of, okay, unfuck yourself. The pressure on. Now you know the pressure on. Alright, now take the step to unfuck yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like you built for war because you was bred by war. You just was a prisoner of war without even knowing it. You know what I'm saying? And set to war with yourself type shit. Like the easiest way to destroy your enemies is to let them destroy themselves. You just cause confusion within their nation and let them go into civil war. So that's what's happening on the personal level. Like, alright, you ain't got no deity, so you ain't got no structure.
I read that in Laws of Human Nature.
Laws of Human Nature. So that's why them type books are important. 48 Laws of Power, Laws of Human Nature, 33 Strategies of War, 50 of Law. All them Robert Greene books. Them is war books.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then all the financial literacy shit, them is war books, because you at war on the psychological level, Robert Greene information. You at war on the financial level, shit like Napoleon Hill and Tony Robbins. Anybody talking about some money, goddamn, on a health level, shit like Dr. Sebi, all this, you gotta look at all this like, this ain't just information on me, so this is war tactics. These weapons that could be used against me, or that I could use.
And the more you know.
The more you know what I'm saying? And we opping with y'all hood. And y'all don't know our streets like that. Y'all don't know the cuts. Y'all don't. But for whatever reason or however, I know y'all hood like y'all know y'all hood. I know all y'all cuts, fences, gates, all that. So I got more information about y'all land, y'all terrain than y'all got ours. So when y'all slide through our shit, you ain't really, your success rate ain't that high, cause I said, but when we slide through y'all shit, anywhere you think you gonna run, we on your ass. Cause I knew you was gonna hit that cut. We all rode him already over there. We dropped bro around the corner, let him out the car, we even slid through here. We really slid through here to make you run that way. So now it's like, that's what you see, like information is a motherfucker. That's why a motherfucker sent. Okay, we know we can't just be flying through y'all shit. We gonna send some bitches driving through y'all hood. You just think you ain't even paying attention. You just saw them just some hoes driving through our shit. Nah, they doing reconnaissance, man. They trying to call, they outside on this corner right here. Now 5 minutes after them hoes drove past, them niggas is flying. Now you fucked, you broke, shit. You weren't paying attention.
And you diaper at that point, cause you done got softened up. That's the that's the bread for the butter. Oh, bro.
Right. Don't let us in no fuss over there. Oh, yeah, you talking to him. You think you just bumped a bad bitch.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
And then and then put it in the scenario that, you feel me, you in your hood, but you knowing, nah, we don't know no females. We ain't never seen
them.
Nah. You
Why they
feel me?
just slide through this bitch? Random as hell,
Right.
just going. Hey, nah,
Yeah,
we know we into it. It'll be different. We just regular niggas. We hustling, we into it. Nobody. But when you know you at work, everything's suspect.
And that's crazy because that's how females be dying. Kids, like mamas. You feel me?
So
It'll be stuff like that, bro. They don't need they OGs, and if you from a hood and you know your op what they OG look like, his OG definitely gonna slide through y'all hood. She not in the nothing, bro. If she don't know nothing, she not in the nothing. You feel me? Most OGs from our hood be knowing, but you feel me?
Out of all the years, I got a gang of guys. What you done seen? Maybe 3 of my guys come to the crib.
A handful.
There's a reason for that though. You my homie today, but you might not be my homie tomorrow. So I can't let you know where my mama stay at. You know what I'm saying? Then, and that's based on information. Not only do you know where my mama stay at, you was my homie once, so you know all type of shit about me. We probably around and did all type of shit together. So like, a friend that's turned enemy, that's your most dangerous enemy. So you gotta really watch when you got friends. You gotta gauge their character and gauge your character and how it go with their character, because you gotta be able to see the potential. Even if we ain't into it today, you gotta be thinking far out. Like, where's the weak points where me and bro could fall out and get into it, even if it never happened.
And that take years of observance. That's like why me personally, that's why I kind of only mess with like sandbox, truthfully, because it's like if I don't really know you,
them, they're the most dangerous niggas.
But I like me personally, at a point, I feel like I said, it's that time where you gathering information, observance. So I feel like they dangerous in that beginning stage for sure. They dangerous, but I feel like once you get past y'all, you understand how y'all move with each other, and y'all know how to correlate. Then you feel me? It's thorough.
Okay, you know seen me go through that 2-3 times. Mark.
Yeah. Nah. No. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a sandbox nigga.
Yeah.
I've been on since we was 10.
Nah.
And
I
almost really got like that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
But okay. Then even cuz. And I motherfucker let Shorty get 2 strikes. Just because you my blood. So it's like, I can't let you get 2.
Nah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
You gonna give him an
right.
extra chance.
You get the benefit of the doubt, right?
But then it's like, okay, after 2 strikes, if it's a third, I'm gonna have to put belt to ass. So now I gotta cut you off.
Yeah.
So it's like,
cause then it's gonna be all cuz bogus.
now I'm
standing
down
on,
bogus.
you feel me? Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, everything go back to information, knowledge, game. You know what I'm saying? Knowledge of gnosis, allowing man expression, experience, elevation, and evolution. You gotta get some game, dude. You gotta get some game to play the game and win the game. So like, the only way you gonna rouse the bull your environment is to seek information that exists outside of your environment. Bring that information into your internal environment to overcome your external environment. So that's the only way. Otherwise, you might as well motherfucking pull the pin out your grenade and hold that bitch.
Mama, you wanna know the craziest thing my mama always told me? She just straight up said, you might as well just kill yourself. My OG would tell me that, like, you might as well
just OG ain't gonna count. That's why I don't count. My mama don't count. You feel me? I come from people for like, my parents ain't never capped with me, man. So like, I don't know how to cap with a motherfucker. So it's like,
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying? Like you say, motherfucker, man, hey, you see, she ain't do no coddling or you better not. I turned 13. Hey, look, you 13. You was a grown ass man now. Whatever you do, the consequences is on you. So get out here and figure that shit out. I got outside and figured this shit out. I bust my head a lot of times, but it made me, you know what I'm saying, progress faster. So it's like a shorty in the hood, some shorty in the hood ain't got no OG. So they situation like that, but minus the nurturing aspect. You know what I'm saying? I could come to OG like, whoop, Shorty ain't even at that. He just out here. So it's like, well, he might have a situation with his OG toxic. So now his whole psyche way different. Because if the motherfucker who brought you in the world, if you ain't getting love and nurture from that, you look at the world, your whole psyche is skewed. So you can't really, I'm not gonna say you can't blame, but you gotta empathize and understand why that shorty or stand over you.
Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
person who brought him in the world ain't showing him no love. Shorty don't have love for shit. I got a couple of the guys that's like that. Throw them loose. These my homies though, but bro them loose. I never bring them to my mama's house. I will bro them to death, but hell no, I know how your mind works. So I know what type of background. So it's like information. So you gotta be able to observe shit. But even that shorty, like for that shorty, they gotta learn how to love themselves. The only way to learn how to love yourself. Only way to learn how to love yourself and have confidence in yourself, man, in order to value your motherfucking life in the first place, is to get to know yourself on every level. That's why on the temples across the world, especially in Egypt, on the doors say, man, know thyself. You gotta study yourself on every level, scientific, psychological. You need to know everything about how you work,
Right.
and then go from there. Because you can learn everything about everything in life, man. If you don't know you don't know shit.
Right. So I did want to add this in there because you can't. It'll be a big step to skip to not add this in. But how do women factor in to that?
That's a whole nother video, folks. Already at 45 minutes. This nigga talking about. Yeah, that's why I'm like, folks about women. That ain't no simple question, gang. That's a whole nother topic.
Because, but am I wrong? Because
no, that's a good question.
That's a whole flip for.
But that's a whole universe. We done nigga do a 3-part video on that, man.
Real.
You feel me? Alright, you feel me? So we'll have that come in. But I only say that to say because we was talking about, your OG. You feel me? So things that you pick up from your OG, you were saying how toxicity, you could have a shorty with an OG that probably be off drugs or she got a problem.
I'll answer it like this, just quick. You know what I'm saying? One, you gotta understand. Men, we carry the seed of man. Like our seed, the seed of man. You know what I'm saying? But a woman, that's the womb of man. So you know what I'm saying? It's like that's the womb of creation. So that's like a portal where the unseen becomes seen. I'm a man, I plant the thought or the idea of the image, but this woman births the image into flesh. She brings it from the unseen to the seen. So
that's why chess is important. Knowing chess is important.
You know what I'm saying? The game end if I fall, but she got the most movement on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to women, it's like everybody important. Like it be this whole gender war shit on the internet. That's the goofiest shit in the world. Everybody, niggas on the prize, bitches on the prize. Everybody, the family is the prize.
There's no king without the queen, and I guarantee you,
it's
gonna be a hard game without your queen. A hard game.
Because it's like this, right? There's no kingdom without queendom. Because for the kingdom, for me to have a legacy, I gotta have heirs. I gotta have children. I need this womb or this woman to bring my children forth. You know what I'm saying? She need me to fucking make the palace erect, the estate come through. You feel me? So it's like the prize is the family itself, not just men, not just women. It's really the kids. The youth is the real prize. So all this like it make good for clickbait and views.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
so,
it make good, but at the same time, it's divisive. But that's go into the war. If you knew what type of war we been at,
right,
you will see always been a war on the family unit in the community. Because to take that, he started the laws, gang. Wars is fought between nations. Okay, nations is a compilation of community. A community is a compilation of families, tribes. Families is men and women and the children they produce. So if I want to conquer a nation, I gotta go at the smallest unit. So I don't gotta conquer that's what I call divide and conquer. So I'm gonna divide at the base of it. If I could divide men and women, ain't no nation. Because it ain't even no family. And it ain't even no tribe. It ain't even no community. So if I can get a man, I'm the prize, fuck these bitches. And I can get a woman, I'm the prize, fuck these niggas. Y'all so busy fighting with each other, who the fuck raising kids? Now you got a whole generation of youth out here goofy as hell.
And you already got the number one downfall of the youth, and that's porn. Factoring into that.
That's a whole nother
conversation. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's deep. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's, I feel like those are the two biggest things, honestly.
Yeah, that's a whole nother hour-long video, like. You know what I'm saying? Cause we go to porn, we go to drill, we go to all types of shit, man. Like, it's at every single level and everything that you could perceive with your perception, you at war. It's a whole system to attack that side of yourself, from your food to your fucking circadian rhythm, to your relationship with your siblings, to your relationship with your parents, to your relationship with your intermediate family, your extended family. When I was a shorty, I'm a 91 baby. We used to go to family reunions at least every other year. Nigga, you ain't never been when the last time you been to a family reunion? You don't see niggas in family reunion shirts on and shit no more?
I was like, I went to one family reunion.
It was a thing to, we the family in Chicago, we finna go down to Alabama and link with that family down there. And all the other branches of our family from across the nation, we finna link in one city, and we just finna kick it. And we just introducing each other to each other. Oh yeah, we related through who out the band, through and all the grandparents and shit. So you get to meet all your family that you don't even know.
I never heard of
this. This is a thing, exactly. You ain't never heard of this. This is a thing, bro. So now that gives you a different sense of pride and security and identity in your people. I don't grow up with these people, but I know, I got family in Mississippi, I got family in Alabama. I just met hella cousins. I ain't know. Ooh.
Man, that's so wild.
Now you gonna carry yourself through the world different versus you feel like you on the island, because not only you ain't connected with families that's spread out nationally, you don't even fuck with your cousin them across the street. No. Then you don't even fuck with your brother and them that's in your crib. You damn don't even fuck with your mama and them. So now everybody on the island, you easy to attack by yourself. You ain't got no support. So now, when something happen, you in crash out mode.
Yeah.
You was in crash out mode way before something happened and made you react. So when you see shorties out here, you be thinking like, you niggas just did this dumb ass shit in broad daylight.
You ain't got no uncle to go chill with, no grandpa to go get you right. You don't got no cousins you
even if you was doing wrong, you ain't even had no niggas to teach you how to do wrong right.
Man, nah, whoa. You really go back to the old niggas.
Bro,
structure.
You really run and walk the niggas down in broad daylight downtown? You was a fucking idiot.
They parked the car back in the hood, pulled the car right back and hopped out. The police was right there. And
look, I wasn't even talking about them. I was talking about the general, but that lets you know.
See, that's what I'm saying. It was a whole nother one.
I didn't think about that.
It was like I think like 3 or 4 shorties stole the car, went joyriding, took state through a chase all downtown, and they was robbing people.
That's what I'm saying.
Like they literally hopped out a car on the lady and was directing traffic with the AKs.
People OGs. Alright. People so-called big homie is Grand Theft Auto service. You really think that you gonna do what you doing how you do it on Grand Theft Auto and it's gonna translate. It wasn't like that. Not only, and I ain't 40. This show you how quick shit changed. Cause it's like, not only would you have to go consult and then they get the okay to go do some hot shit, you went to go do that because one, bro, them got experience in doing this hot shit you finna go do. They can at least tell you before you do this, shorty, this the time you facing if you get caught. So now that makes you think if you really want to do this, can you do the time? All right, before you do this shit, can you do the time if you get caught? Because you better not go tell on nobody.
Yeah, you better not go fold.
You know what I'm saying?
They wasn't having that.
Y'all three finna go on this mission. You feel me? If y'all three finna go on this mission, all three of y'all better be able to take y'all lick. Because one of y'all might get caught and the other two get away. So the one that get caught is you gonna take that lick because you here to talk about you know what you finna go do. Okay, y'all finna go do that. Alright. This how you gonna do that. This at least gonna give you an 80% chance of doing that shit and coming to the crib and not getting caught up in that versus Shorty them just played GTA. A nigga said something in the comments, he mad. He ain't never met this nigga in his life. Bro said something in some IG comments, you finna go crash your whole life out over the computer, fuck? Fuck words, he didn't even say this to you. Folks, tight. So you heard it however you wanted to hear it in your head when you read it. You finna go crash out your whole life over that fuck. You let a person who you don't know, who you ain't never had no real problem with an issue with, make you crash your whole life out, man.
And that could be through a song, a tweet, a live video.
Not knowing.
Somebody else probably told somebody else that done came and told you.
Not knowing. You losing your life, whether it be a hell or a cell, that affect not just your family right now. Nigga, that affect the next 50 years of your family, especially if you a nigga.
Mm-hmm. And I think about that all the time. I be thinking about like any action I partake in, you know, especially one that I've learned from. It's like, man, would I want my brother falling off in this? What would I do? What happened to me? How is my brother gonna react? Like, how he gonna react? Mm-hmm. He might crash out just off of my energy going along. You feel me?
I be telling them all the time, hey, y'all stay out the way. I'm talking about looking at them, they should stay out the way, gang. Because if anything, I'm crashing out. I'm letting y'all know this right now, G. So please, you got my life in your hands, bro. Don't stay out the way, bro. Because there ain't gonna be no reason and nobody gonna be able to tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? So please give a fuck about me. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I'm the oldest. So that's then that I gotta wear that on my back. I gotta go out, I gotta wake up every day knowing like I'm the crash dummy if it, you know what I'm saying? That's like with the shit. So I drove I'm 3 hours away. Motherfucker called me, hey yo sister, what? I'm on the road. The whole ride I'm like, it's over with.
Hey, you just come to peace with it.
I'm coming to peace with it because I'm like,
man, that was like your situation, bro. I had to really try to talk, bro. I'm like, bro, be smooth, G. Like, sit down. Too, I'm like, sit down, bro. Like, we all done been there. Like, yeah, sit down, bro. You just tripping, like.
Yeah, just be emotion. You just be.
But in that situation, it wasn't no emotion.
Nah, that was straight. Yeah, yeah.
I'm
law. Yeah.
If anybody, it's gotta be me. It's either me or just came home, so I gotta take that lick. I'm ride. Let me enjoy this ride, cause I'm gonna spank a motherfucker, G. Luckily it ain't go that way, but just knowing that, so it's like me knowing that I gotta move different. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? Cause okay, you see, when I was short, was the male figure around. Okay, you see, when Unc went down, that set my life on a whole different trajectory. Because that's certain shit that I probably would have, that I did do, that I wouldn't have did if Unc was in the crib.
You lost whole mentorship. That was your guidance right there.
So much shit I was on that if Ralph would stay with us, gang, I wouldn't have been on it. I couldn't have. Unc would have been like, man, you stupid.
Would have got on me.
He'd have got on me. Nah, B, you finna stay playing.
And it's crazy because this is a translation. Because I remember as a kid, like, I remember when you was outside, like, 16, 17, like, heavy gang, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you used to be woo out the damn, like, you would shake up with me. But then, I swear it was like this. I went to shake her heat. Nah, we not doing that.
Like, it clicked in my mind. At first, I'm just a shorty. I'm wild. I had a moment. You feel me?
Yeah.
Well, I damn near checked out this bitch, and it hit me like, damn. I see where Unc at. I see how when I came up, I'm 5 years old. Everybody's name was Mo. When I was, you know what I'm saying? I thought because everybody, my uncle got, my uncle 13 years older than me, so I'm 5, bro. 18, this a 90. The Mo's in the crib, thick as hell. I'm 5 years old, shaking up with everybody. What up, bro? What up, bro? What up? That's all I know. I go with my daddy. He one of the Mo's. So that's all I know. And it's the 90s. It's different. You know what I'm saying? So I'm peeping like, damn, I'm saying I'm programming, little bro. I was programming. I see what I'm on. I just got changed last night. I'm sending him on the same path I'm on. I done made my bed. I gotta land this shit. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't there yet. So I'm like, oh. Then I'm in my head thinking, what if I let little bro keep doing this? Now he outside with me. Something happened to him. Now that's gonna be on my conscience because I could have sent him some. I could have. You feel me? Yeah. So then I'm thinking. Now I'm thinking about my OG. My OG lose her fucking mind.
Yeah.
Cause I seen how she lost it when my aunt got booked. It's her little brother. So I'm like, nah. I had to make that decision in my head. Okay, I'm not letting none of my. I can't control what a motherfucker do, but I'm not gonna be the one responsible. I'm gonna, cause granted, it was my own. It wasn't like my uncle, my nigga just over encouraged me to do the shit I was doing. They told me like, man, nah, I just chose to do that. You know what I'm saying? I was already programmed, so it's like I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna make sure I deter you and do everything in my power to be like, no. But if you go do it, then nigga, that's what you wanted to do, man. And now,
yeah.
So in the midst of that, I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. When I come, I'm gonna tell you, yeah, when it's glamorous, yeah, bro, oh yeah, see, bro, got some money, bro. But then I'm gonna tell you the dark side of this shit too, gang. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna try to appear perfect, none of that. Yeah, bro, this what's going on outside. Damn, bro, you been up for 3 days, you ain't been asleep. Yeah, nigga, I'm paranoid as hell in this bitch. My nerves bad, so I've been seeing some shit.
During the daytime, bro.
I'm sleeping during the day. You know
daytime. I come in the room, he sleep through the like he work a night shift at Amazon. I come in the room, bro. Mommy said go do the dishes. He waking up mad as hell.
But shorty,
bro, he is asleep for whole days.
This PTSD. So I'm telling you this ain't what you want. And I'm only 17, 18. Like,
bro,
you don't shit real outside, gang. Y'all niggas stay in front of the house and keep playing, gang. So it's like, then, okay, you gotta do the math. I got 4 little brothers, 5 of us. This Chicago.
That's crazy.
Somebody ain't gonna make it. If all 5 of us in the street, somebody ain't gonna make it, gang. Somebody gonna get changed. Somebody gonna get booked. If one person get changed, now you got 4 other niggas that's ready to crash out because one gone. So now, eventually we look up, oh, let's go, my mama crazy as hell. So it's like, I had to, nah, bro. Take my hand regular game. We ain't none of that. So it's like,
and the craziest part in seeing that is because I seen like the homies he did bring to the crib. I seen that they had value in them, so I could tell that their environment, like looking back on it, I could tell that it was their environment because they had come to the crib and actually be teenagers. Actually be on the porch joking, having regular conversations, goofing around. But it's like, that got to flip when they go across the street.
Yeah. As soon as we get off that porch, oh, bro, we in platoon mode now. You know what I'm saying? It's Vietnam in this bitch. Like,
oh, bro, no smiles, no jokes.
We come to the crib, now we can play the game, fuck around, talk about this and shit like that. But as soon as we hit hostage, alright, tighten up. You got yours on, what you outside without it? Man, hold on, you tripping. You a liability. That's a breach of security. So you can go down, you ducking. We need all hands on deck.
Bro, I used to be amazed as a kid. I used to come downstairs looking around. Is that a gun?
You not even knowing, like.
So like, yeah, bro, that shit. That's why I like in the music. That's why I talk about all sides of that shit in the music. Like, not just what happened externally, like the event and the story, but how I'm psychologically and emotionally reacting and experiencing what I'm going on. Cause everybody gonna make this shit glamorous, but it ain't. Nigga, on the surface, 20% of this shit look cool. It only look cool because you been taught to think it look talk that it's cool. Nigga, we trying to survive. Anybody that's out here fucking around in the streets and doing this and that because they think it's cool, you was a goofy. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers, there's really people in positions that's like, bro, this not only just all they know, because this as far as surviving, this is the only information they got. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I say it all go back to seeking new information. Because if you don't know, oh, you can make money doing this, you can do this, you can do this, you can do this. If all you know is shit, I'm either gonna sell drugs, pimp, scam, or rob. That's how I gotta eat. Because I see my mama working a job, and the lights off in this bitch. So working a job ain't it. Just now you processing the information around you, so you like, nah, fuck that, I gotta get out here. I see the people that got shit, they doing shit, but the shit they doing is they putting their life on the line. You putting your life on the line to live. If Shorty knew that there's a different way of other ways to get it, then he'll probably tap into that. He'll do that. So it's like you gotta tap into different information, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why it all go back to that, man. Seeking information outside of your environment in order to actually rise above your environment. Other than that, man, if you ain't seeking information like thirsty for a game, and it ain't hard, man, you spend $25, $50 on a 3-5 and burn that shit. You can spend $25, $50 and get 3 books that'll change your fucking life. Yeah. Sit your ass down and read that shit for an hour a day, nigga. In 3-4 days, you be done reading that shit, and it'll change your whole life. I read Think and Grow Rich when I was 18, and that shit changed my whole life. Before then, I didn't even like reading. I was goofy as hell. I ain't reading no books, folks. Ooh. You know
y'all have to go look in y'all Cash App history and see how much y'all sent the plug. That's how much you could invest towards anything.
Bro,
straight up.
A pound of smoke might hit you for, depending on where you at, $1,500 to $3,200. Where you at in the quality of it. I spent 4 bands on a course to learn how credit works, personal and corporate credit. Off that 4 bands, I turned that in about 100, 200 bands in credit in 90 days. How many times I done spent 3-4 bands on some fucking weed? So, you know what I'm saying? Anywhere from $20 to 4 bands and invest that in some information and absorb it and then apply it, you could make millions off that shit, gang. Versus, it's a long term, okay? But in our environment, we be scared to invest in the long term because a nigga got 15 to 30 days to pay this rent. You hungry right now. So it's like I understand because I've been there. Nigga, I'm still there. Where it's like, shit, I know the 10-year plan, but I ain't ate in the last 10 hours, nigga. I'm hungry. I need at least 10, 15 to go give me something to eat. Right. So I gotta do what I gotta do for this 10, 15 plus the rent due. Lights, Wi-Fi, phone bill. Nigga gotta get fresh. You know what I'm saying? Nigga gotta get a haircut. You be thinking about all this, so it's like I understand why a shorty be like, nah, do what I know, but it's like even while you doing, you know, like I say when I was short, I'm in the trap reading books. Right. You can still be while you in your environment, be doing shit to get up out of it at the same time. You ain't gotta just be like, this what it is, and this all it's ever gonna be. This what it is, but this what it's gonna be. Right. So I'm gonna work towards it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta multitask, man. If you just settle for dancing with death, like you say, you might well kill yourself right now. Yeah, for sure.
For real, hey.
Yeah.
What's like y'all's closing statements?
Man, shit, man. Follow me on YouTube, IG, goddamn Apple Music, Jockey Max Juju. That's JAFFEMAXXJUJU. You know what I'm saying? Fast Lane 2024 from do his thing. On these nets. It is what it is, man. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Shit, man. Y'all do some games.
Y'all can follow me on the gram. Rogers Meyer, ROGERS MYAHR. And yeah, we gonna come back with the rest of this video. Yeah, but that's it for right now. We got real deep on one subject, but we gonna finish this off at a different time. But y'all be smooth.